call to the honourable member for Spence.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Infrastructure, Transport, Regional Development and Local Government. How is the Albanese government delivering better tax cuts to support workers across Australia, particularly those in the transport and construction industries?
Call to the Minister for Infrastructure, Transport, Regional Development and Local Government.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. And can I thank the member for Spence very much for that question and particularly for his ongoing support, not only just for members of his community, but his lifelong commitment to those in the transport sector. In the member's electorate alone, 74,000 taxpayers will receive an average tax cut of $1,207 from the 1st of July. We are delivering better tax cuts for the people of Spence, just as we are delivering better tax cuts for the transport and construction workers who are the backbone of this country and who are building our future. Hauling freight in regional Australia, driving road trains across the Nullarbor, building Western Sydney Airport, filling potholes on local roads and building affordable housing across the country. Those workers kept Australia moving during the pandemic and they underpin our economy today. That is why our tax cuts will deliver better benefits to them and their families. We know that 87% of taxpayers in Queensland will get a bigger tax cut under Labor's plan starting on the 1st of July. We know that 81% of taxpayers in Western Australia will get a bigger tax cut under Labor's plan, and 90% of taxpayers in Tasmania will get a bigger tax cut under our plan. Every taxpayer gets a tax cut, and the 90% in Tasmania get a bigger tax cut. Under our plan, every Australian taxpayer, 13.6 million Australian taxpayers, are receiving a tax cut on the 1st of July. A construction worker on $110,000 a year will get a tax cut of $429. A truckie earning $77,000 will get a tax cut of $1,604. An apprentice, our desperately needed apprentices on $53,000 a year, will receive a tax cut of $1,000. And of course, a worker earning $40,000 will get a tax cut of $654 compared to absolutely nothing under those opposite. An Australian on average income of $73,000 will get a tax cut of $1,504, which is $804 more than they were going to receive under those opposite. When asked, of course, we know what the opposition would do in relation to these tax cuts. We had the Deputy Leader of the Opposition saying, well, our position is to roll it back. That is absolutely our...
The Minister will pause. Has the Minister concluded her answer? Has the Minister concluded her answer? I think I know what the member for River, but
the Minister was not asked about alternatives and she should stick to the question she was asked.
The Minister was not asked about alternative proposals or any obstacles to delivering the tax cuts, so I'm going to ask her to return back to the question and not refer to the opposition.
Thank you very much. We, of course, want Australians to keep more of their own money. We know what those opposite would do, but we know what we're going to do. We're putting tax cuts in place to ensure that Australian tradies, Australian truckies, Australian construction workers, they earn more and they get to keep more of what they earn. That is Labor's plan. Those opposite stand on their own.